Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. Playing Survival, pretty much because I think Survival is the most viable hunter spec now. Beast Mastery's gotten pretty nerfed. It didn't all just happen in one patch, like all of a sudden they just weren't like, oh yeah, by the way, Beast Mastery fucking sucks, don't play that shit spec. They just nerfed it over it just nerfed it over, patches. It used to do pretty good damage. Your pet still does a lot of damage, but it's all physical damage. Kill command has gotten nerfed to the point where it hits about 4,000s on non-cloth wearers. On cloth wearers, maybe 6,000. Without cooldowns, of course, and then, obviously, you have Cobra Shot, Auto Shot, and Pet Claw, and Pet Auto Attack on top of that. But I don't think that really the other abilities do enough damage to be viable. I mean, without cooldowns, my Mongoose Bite's hitting, I don't even know, 7,000-ish? My kill command for Survival's hitting arguably just about as hard as, Beast Mastery. So, this is why I'm taking this spec. And also, the cooldowns are very, very nice. I will hit fucking incredibly hard, just because I'm a Survival hunter. And I can get a lot of agility. You'll see here I'm hitting 13,000 non-crits just because I can. Ooh, 32,000. Yeah, play this spec, guys. Don't play Beast Mastery. That shit sucks. It's just a waste of time. I seriously just don't think it does enough damage to be viable again. I feel like they've nerfed the damage progressively enough over time that it's just like clearly, like, it probably performs about as good as Marksman now. Maybe a little bit better, obviously, because Marksman's like just bottom of the barrel, last resort. If there was one spec in the game, and only one spec in the game, then you'd probably have to play Marksman, but if there was more than one spec, then you'd probably want to play other specs. So yeah, over time I've just been doing Battlegrounds a lot, and I've just noticed that my Beast Mastery damage just isn't really what I want it to be, in most situations. The one good thing about Beast Mastery is that your burst is up a lot, however. I mean, your cooldowns are up fairly often, but yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, really, when it comes to, the specs. Obviously, Marksman's bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's getting better. I do think there needs to be improvement to Marksmanship. I don't think we have enough abilities. I think the fact that we have pretty much two abilities, not counting Aim Shot, which is on a cooldown, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. And then, Beast Masteries, like I've mentioned 10 times already, I feel like it's just gotten damage reductions to the point where it's not as good as it once was, or like it was at the beginning of the expansion. And, yeah, I think Survival really does really good damage. Your bombs do very high AoE damage. Your bombs have a lot of adaptability when it comes to refreshing your dots, giving you focus regen, or just doing extra damage. Your Mongoose Bite can hit like a fucking truck if you have the right talents. I'm taking 2 of these talents, which pretty much gives me, during Coordinated Assault, which is your huge cooldown, which increases your damage. Your Mongoose Bite increases your agility by 143 and your speed by 51 for 6 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. So I have 2 of those. So, 10 times, about 1,500 bonus agility right there. Along with this, which is another about 1,000. And then along with my other trinket, which is about another 1,000 as well. So you'll see, like, why I'm hitting 32,000s. It's because I just have a shit ton of agility. We'll use cooldowns here again. And as long as my pet and I are attacking the same target, then it works out. I'm gonna probably throw my bomb in that big group. If my pet wasn't girded. There we go. Nice, trinket that. Just because I can. I got a bomb throw on the flag pair. See if we can do decent damage to him. I'm gonna see if I can get one more stack of agility. There we go. I wonder if this stacks. Okay, good. I've never really checked if, like, the effects of the artifact traits stack on that. I just kind of guessed they did, because most traits do stack. Unless, I don't know, unless Blizzard really doesn't want to, then they purposely make them not stack, but, most of the time traits stack. And in this case, it does look like it does stack. Can I harpoon to you? Can I harpoon to anyone? No. Alright. We'll just run up there with Cheetah. And like I've said, I don't think Kill Command does enough damage as Beast Mastery. I think Kill Command does about the same damage as it does in Survival, as it does in Beast Mastery. Maybe a little bit, hits a little bit harder as a Beast Mastery, but man, I don't even know where you are, pet. There you are. Interrupt that. Oh shit, okay. Now we just run out of it. If we lose this, man. Gonna use Kill Command because I don't want that to have full charges like ever. Gonna reapply my Surf and Sting with my Poison Bomb. Just gonna use Mongoose Bite, and wow, look at that, he is dead. And then there's a dead/alive. I don't even know what that is. Go on the Druid here. Another thing I really like about Survival is that compared to all the other Hunter specs, a lot of your damage is mixed. So like you have physical damage, you have fire damage, you have nature damage. I think it's mostly fire, nature, and physical. But a lot of your damage can be fire, nature. I mean, obviously Servant Sting and Shrapnel Bomb, and all your other bombs hit for fire damage. So something to keep in mind, which means you will hit people with armor a little bit harder, which means you're going to be probably a little bit more viable against high armor classes such as Warrior Paladin or Death Knight compared to the other Hunter specs that do pretty much just physical damage. I'm pretty sure Marksman does 100% physical damage. Beast Mastery does 100% physical damage, I'm pretty sure as well. So that's where another reason why Marksman, in my personal opinion, is slightly better than most of the other Hunter specs. Just the damage that you can get off, the mixed damage, the sustained damage, the utility that it has. You can also clear all of your bleeds, poisons, and diseases and heal yourself on top of your already exhilaration heal. So, yeah, I could go on for days about Survival, honestly. And I was, at the beginning of BFA, I was like, oh, I'm going to play Beast Mastery just because I've always played it. It's pretty viable. Its damage is really good. Survival is a little bit more fun, however, I've always been a Beast Mastery hunter, so I'm going to play Beast Mastery. And now it's just gotten to that point where the spec I feel isn't viable enough, / does the same, or has the same impact as other specs out there that are available to us, so now I'm going to play, you know, what spec I think is best. And that is, take a guess what it is. Here's cooldowns, by the way. Oh shit, I didn't have Aspected Eagle. Aspected Eagle pretty much makes you range class as well. I'm going to trinket that, because I want to keep up my coordinated assaults. 15,000 non-crit, okay. We still have Turtle here, so I don't know. We might be in a troublesome situation if this rogue decides to burst us. We'll probably harpoon to that mage over there because that seems like a good idea to me. We still have Turtle as well, so no need to panic here. Come here, mage. Now, here's the thing here. Whenever this guy pops cooldowns, I can always just Mending Bandage pretty much all of his damage. Not all of his damage, but a majority of it. All those bleeds, all of the diseases, not diseases, all the poisons, I can just pretty much cleanse off of myself, which is another reason why I think Survival is, you know, kind of a step above the rest of the specs. Rest of the other specs. Also, your damage over time effects, which you actually have a lot of. You have your Bomb, you have your Surf and Sting, you have Murder of Crows. Those are very, very, very good at negating heal over time effects on the enemies. So, what I mean by this is, say, you know, right there was that, what was he? Was he a Druid? I'm pretty sure he was a Druid. Anyway, so all these damage over time effects, they'll pretty much negate what heals the Druid puts up on someone, because, you know, heals over time, damage over time. It'll balance out to the point where, say, my damage over times are doing 2,000 damage every second, and their heal over times are doing about 3,000 heals every second, then he'll only actually be getting about 1,000 heals every second. And that's something that the other specs don't really have when it comes to damage over time. Of course, we have just big, bursty damage, but we don't have something that's always on the target, kind of negating heals over times. So, something to keep in mind as well, in the back of your noggin. I don't even know where this guy is, man. Okay. It's a Prot Pally, so, you know, if it's not a Prot Pally, then I might be fucked, because he has so much health. But, okay, it is. That's good. And here's where I'll kind of talk about the heal over time thing. Mistweavers have a very, very strong heal over time. I wonder if I can just... Okay. You know what? You know, go fuck yourself. Really? The trap didn't work. Okay. I guess I'll go in, you know. See how much damage we can do to this guy. Stun. Kill command for the stun. No? Okay. God, you are so fucking fast, man. You are lightning fast. I think... Oh, I didn't even intimidate. Why are they moving so fast? Do they both have speed potions? I don't know. And he immune to my stun. Outstanding, guys. We'll pop cooldowns in this guy. That was just like the worst cooldown use I've ever fucking done. We'll throw the... Yeah. GG, guys. GG. Survival's really good. If you haven't tried it yet, I'd highly suggest it. I do think it is the most viable hunter spec right now. It's definitely something I've noticed whenever I watch Arena as well. There's a lot of survival hunters, and that's because if you harpoon someone, they're ensnared a little bit, and then within that snare, you can also just freezing trap them, so that's really good. In review, does tons of damage, does mixed damage, has pretty good utility, has a little bit more heals than the hunter specs, and also negates heals over time. I think it just does the most damage as well right now, and it's admittedly the most fun hunter spec. But yeah, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, bell thing, description. I'll see you guys some other time.